This episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. Have you guys heard about ChatGPT work? It's the new way to use ChatGPT for bigger multi-step projects. And when you need more than just answers, give ChatGPT work access to your apps and files, and it can create real work documents like spreadsheets, slides, and structured reports. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.
Oncology is a key focus for Pfizer, with 40% of R&D devoted to the oncology space. Pfizer is committed to advancing cancer care for your patients. Learn more at cancer.pfizer.com.
Oh my gosh, how do you stay with somebody who you know feels that way? What did he say?
He said it was a mistake, and
It was a mistake to say it, or it was a mistake that you caught him? How did she catch you? Like, did she have your code?
She had my email password.
He had given it to me, and
Lord, but then so you catch him and you don't get rid of him?
This is the plaintiff, Chantel Rico Nunez. She says she and the defendant dated for over 3 years, and now that they've broken up, he won't pay her the money he owes her for a plane ticket to Jamaica and a car loan. It's a big hot mess between them now, and she feels like she's been used and abused. Her back's up against the wall. She has no other choice but to sue the guy for the $3,697.67 she is owed. This is the defendant, Luis Diaz Jr. He says they broke up because the plaintiff saw him texting a girl who's now his current girlfriend. He paid for so much during their relationship, it's absolutely laughable she's coming after him now with her bogus claims that he's with another woman. Oh, her? Ha! He's accused of two-timing. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $500 for a shattered iPad.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated and come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Chantel Rico Nunez, you are suing your former boyfriend, Luis Diaz, for $3,697.67 in various things that throughout your relationship he was supposed to, according to you, pay you back, and you want to be paid back now that the relationship is over. You are counterclaiming against her $500 for breaking your iPad during the getting over of the relationship. What's going on?
Good morning, Your Honor. Okay, so myself and Mr. Diaz were together informally for a year, and then we dated exclusively for 2.5 years.
What is informally for a year? You dated other people?
You'd have to ask him, but it was basically me wooing him and him, as he said it, where I was dating him and he was single. So we...
I don't know. That's just a stupid choice on your part.
Yes.
You mean you were dating him and he was single, meaning he was still dating other girls, but you weren't dating other guys?
I don't know what that meant, but I wish he would have told me that initially, so I would have been doing the same thing.
I'm sorry. What are you saying? For 1 year, he was dating other people you didn't know, or you did know?
No, it was just casual.
Okay.
But I was more into him than he was into me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And then we've been dating after that for 2.5 years almost.
Okay.
And then in November of 2010, we decided to move into an apartment together. In April of 2011, we decided to go on vacation, and so I had put the tickets to Jamaica because we were going with ourselves and another couple to Jamaica because his friend, his coworker, his parents lived in Jamaica, so we didn't have to pay for accommodations. We would stay with them.
Let me ask you a question. According to your complaint, you guys had already been having problems at this point.
Yes, they weren't major problems. We were having issues, as any normal relationship has.
What were the issues?
A lack of intimacy. I was very busy. I'm doing my master's.
Had you caught him cheating on you at that point?
No, not at all. We were still good at that point.
Okay.
So April passes, May passes. Everything I thought was good. And the beginning of June, I had found an inappropriate email to one of his ex-girlfriends. So I was distraught. I was upset.
How inappropriate?
Basically throwing me under the bus, saying that when he looked at her, he when he looked at me, he thought of her and that she would always be his love of his life and things like that.
Oh, God, it doesn't get more inappropriate.
So-
All right, go ahead.
So I was hurt, to say the least, because we had been talking about maybe getting engaged, having kids.
Yeah, not so much.
In the future, not
Right.
anytime soon. So that happened the beginning of June.
Wait, you guys didn't break up until October.
I know.
Oh my gosh, how do you stay with somebody who you know feels that way? What did he say?
He said it was a mistake, and
It was a mistake to say it, or it was a mistake that you caught him? How did she catch you? Like, did she have your code? What?
She had my email password.
He had given it to me. And
Lordy, look, but then so you catch him and you don't get rid of him?
so I'm at this point, I know, at this point I'm thinking not logically, but emotively. And
Yeah, no, I'd be thinking emotionally too. That's right.
so we were
I'd
fighting,
be thinking
and
pretty emotionally.
trust me, I've gone over this, and I've already kicked myself a lot over it. But,
Yeah.
So we're trying to work it out. He said it was a mistake, that she had contacted him, and he just wanted to make her feel bad because she's married now and whatever. And she had done him dirty, so he wanted to get back at her for whatever reason. I don't know what, throwing me under the bus.
That's a funny way to get back at her. Go
I don't
ahead.
know, throwing me
You
under
didn't
the
really
bus.
buy it, right? You just loved him and wanted to try.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So a week later, I was like, you know what? Maybe it was a mistake. I'm going to, because the trust is gone now. It's wavering, our trust. I checked his old phone, and I find lewd pictures from a coworker of his and a hidden conversation.
What's a hidden conversation?
It was literally said, it was hidden in the phone in the BlackBerry, hidden.
What does that mean? I don't know.
So you can, so everything's displayed, and then if you put show all, it'll pop up the things that are hidden, things that you don't want on your phone.
Oh, no cheater should have a BlackBerry now. Go on.
So she has a very nice derriere that she threw pictures of for him.
Is this the girl he's with now?
No,
Okay.
no, not yet. So I found those pictures, and I was like, wow, this is really happening to me. I thought this was a mistake, whatever.
When did you find those pictures?
A week after the email. And those pictures were...
Did you stay with him after that?
But she wasn't home.
Wait, how is he going to explain that being like a mistake?
But those,
She wasn't home for 2
Wait.
weeks.
Those pictures were from prior to the email. That was from May. So he had been hiding it.
Right.
So I was infuriated. I didn't go home for 2 weeks, as he said, and I was hurt. But for whatever reason,
You don't have kids together, do you? Well, what? Yeah,
Heck no.
then,
Heck no.
like, keep going.
So after that, still, I was like, you know what? I don't understand.
Do you own a mirror? Do you own a mirror?
I do.
Do you see yourself? Why would you put yourself through this?
I loved him. I thought
I don't
we were
care.
going to get
Listen,
married.
he's cute and all, but the man hasn't been born that should be able to put you
I
through
know.
this kind of self-doubt, insecurity, and emotional turmoil. I'm just amazed that it took until October. I want to know what happened between July and October that could possibly top this.
So that's probably the second week of
So when
June.
you go to Jamaica, you pay for his plane ticket.
Yes.
Is he supposed to pay you back?
Yes,
And
that
he
was-
does not pay you back.
No.
But you go to Jamaica when?
I believe it was July 2nd to the 13th. At the end of June, I was like, listen, maybe I can use this trip I don't want to lose out on this trip. And maybe we can use this as a rekindling, a time to kind of find out why we're together, really make it work, and hopefully it'll bring us to a better point. That's why I went to Jamaica.
How'd that work out for you?
We had a great time. We had an awesome time.
And then you found the email and the derriere.
No, I had found the email and the derriere before.
Oh, you did?
Yes, and this is like, okay.
Oh my God, and then you paid for his plane ticket?
It was already paid for prior to that.
Okay.
The ticket was paid for in April. So by
And
June, I was
then
like,
you find stuff and then you go on the trip. All right,
Yes.
tell me about how you paid off his repossessed car, sweetheart.
so we lived together, right? July 27th it was. We heard some commotion outside. He's got a 2003 Acura RSX, and it's souped up and everything. It's kind of like a race car. And we hear some commotion outside. We go out. It's a tow truck. The car's being repossessed.
Why was your car getting repossessed?
I was backed up on the payments.
Yeah, I know. It's a rhetorical question, really. Okay. Why did she pay your plane ticket?
Well, she has a credit card, and I didn't. I paid most of everything through cash, and I had given her the money and said.
Oh, so you say you paid for the plane ticket?
Yes, I gave her. It was almost like $450 for the plane ticket. I gave her the money, and then she booked the ticket.
Okay, but then the car gets repossessed.
Yes.
And you're not supposed to pay her back for that?
Well, it was $1,200 to get the car back out. But she asked, oh, how much is left on the loan? and what was left on the loan was $26.13. So she told me that she would pay the rest, and that was going to be an early birthday and Christmas gift.
Why would she bestow $3,000 on you almost as an early birthday? Because you've been so good to her?
I mean, I've always spent so much money on her.
What money have you, tell me about your lavish gifts to her.
She's never had jewelry until she met me. I spent $1,100 on earrings and a $1,400 necklace. And I was never, ever cheap with her at all.
Now, the next thing you're suing for is a kitchen table and the grill, which are things that you still possess, because you eventually in October you break up.
Yes, we do break up. I had bought, we were in an apartment together, we had no kitchen table.
You bought the kitchen table when, honey?
The day before the car incident. He had no way to get to work, he had no way to get to school. He did not have the money to pay the loan. It was a fact that he was supposed to pay me back. He normally...
Do you have any evidence of that? Anything? A promissory note, an email, a text, anything?
No. And then once we went sour...
So you're suing for the kitchen table and the grill because you say he's supposed to pay half of it, and the cell phone deductible to get your cell phone repaired. And how did the cell phone break?
We were arguing. I had left, and I come home at 3 in the morning.
What were you arguing about?
The derriere, the email, our relationship, or lack thereof, loyalty, trust, all that stuff.
And this is when, in October?
No, this is in June, before the Jamaica trip. And I come home and I find Mr. Diaz on the floor in a drunken stupor, and my apartment is ripped to shreds. My clothes are all over the floor, pictures, pots and pans, pillows. I get emotional thinking about it. And I see him on the ground, and I was trying to sneak out. I was trying to grab some stuff and leave because I didn't want to deal with it, and he ends up waking up, and it becomes a full-blown argument after that. And
why was your place a wreck?
Because he was mad that I wasn't home, that I had left for a couple weeks, or 2 weeks, or a week and a half, and we started going at it, and, you know, I told him...
Physically?
Not physically, just arguing heatedly. And I told him I was going to call the cops, so he took my phone and threw it across the apartment and broke it, and that's where the deductible comes from. Then he...
But that happened in June. You guys didn't break up till October. What did you do to collect your $99 before then? You can't just break up and then say, oh, I made a bunch of mistakes, fix them, Judge.
Okay.
You know, they're either loans or they're gifts at the time that they happen. Mm-hmm. What's going on here? You guys end up breaking up in October. You break up, why?
She caught me...
What was the last straw? She caught you what?
I was texting another girl.
What other girl? That girl?
Yes, my girlfriend now.
And that's the girl you're with now?
Yes.
How's that working out for you, honey? Come on up here. What's your name?
Melissa. Morris.
Okay, and you've been together how long?
9 months since they broke up.
Okay. And let me ask you a question, Melissa. How old are you?
26.
Okay. Have you ever dated a guy who the way you started to date him was that you were the cheating?
Never.
Okay. Can I just give you a piece of advice? They don't change.
I'll take that chance.
And that's fine, just so long as you go with eyes wide open. Because every girl thinks that they're special.
Yeah.
And none of us are that special.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you found those emails that the ex-girlfriend, the love of his life, would you stay with the guy if you loved him?
No way. Absolutely not.
You'd dump him?
Yes.
Would you dump him?
Definitely.
Even if you loved him?
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Is it a deal breaker or could you deal with it?
Absolute deal breaker.
You're gone.
Bye.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
So she sees a text from you to her? Mm-hmm. Okay. So tell me about the iPad that you're suing for.
Okay, that night when she hadn't been home for like 2 weeks, whatever, we get into that argument, the altercation, whatever, and she sees my iPad right there. She gets mad and slams my iPad, shatters it, and I have it here if you want to take a look at it.
Yeah, let me see it. And what was that argument about? More of the same?
About the same thing, yeah, about, you know, what the things that I've done with her, and she just wanted to know why I did the things that I did.
Is this your handiwork?
Yes. Prior to me doing that, he threatened to smash my 42-inch plasma TV, and he also prefaced that situation with, so we were talking about, you know, I was telling him, why did you do this? This is all the things that I work for, you know, all the money I spent on my own.
Why did you do what?
Like, trash the apartment.
Okay.
I said, this is the thing.
Did you trash the apartment?
It wasn't really. It was just clothes all over the place. I didn't
why
break
did
it.
you do
I didn't
that?
break anything. It was just more out of anger because she wasn't home for 2 weeks, and also the cops.
Was there anything broken or was it just messy?
It was messy. The box springs were out of the mattress.
How were the box springs out?
No, the mattress was flipped over. No box springs, nothing was broken. The whole mattress, everything was fine. It was just, everything was a mess, but nothing was broken.
And you say it was broken?
No, I'm saying everything was in disarray.
Okay. But then you broke that because you wanted to break that because you were angry.
He was threatening to.
Okay, but I know, but that's not self-defense. You don't really. Are you going to argue to me that breaking the iPad was self-defense? It's anger. All right. Did you break her phone?
Yeah. Once she did that, I threw her phone.
So that happened on the same day, according to you?
Yes, because once she.
So you threw the phone. Did the police ever come?
Yes, I actually did call the cops because she put her hands on me. She smacked me that day.
And
I don't believe.
What happened?
They came. The cop took me home. She's like, you know what? Just go home, stay with your parents, and I let her stay there. So just to diffuse the whole situation. And also, once we did break up, like I said, we paid half on everything. From October to January, I still continue to pay half.
Do you have any proof of paying her for the plane ticket or the kitchen table or the grill?
It was all cash. She still owns the kitchen table and the grill.
No, I know that.
Yeah, okay, and I gave everything to her in cash.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
If I may, I have a receipt book where I do.
You have a receipt book? Mm-hmm. Where what?
Well, it's not to say that I have a receipt book of him giving me anything.
I should say not. When, but until you break up, you do not do anything to collect money. It's not until you break up that all of a sudden you want your money. Is that a fair statement?
It wasn't even we broke it up in October.
I know that, and some of this money's being expended in June and May and April. Why is it that it's not until he's stepping out with another girl that and you guys break up that you finally start to make the first effort to collect money?
Because he told me up until February that he couldn't do it right now. He would do it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm grateful that you lent me the money. Can't do it right.
Do you have any evidence of that whatsoever? A text, an email, a note, anything?
No, and then the only time, that's when we were amicable. We were fine up until February. I even have a card from him showing that our relationship was fine. Like, we were in good standing.
February?
Yeah.
I thought you guys broke up in October.
But in the interim, we were still speaking. I have no ill will towards him at all.
That's lovely, but that's not what I have to decide. I don't really have to pick up the shattered pieces of your iPads or your phones or your psyche. I have to decide whether you have enough evidence to show this stuff as a loan or whether this is just another instance of someone trying to save a relationship. And I'm sorry, but I just don't see the evidence of it. As for your shattered iPad, which you have been able to prove, I find that the destruction of her stuff, to wit, the phone and the trash in the place and everything else sort of makes up for that. And I'm not going to order her to pay you $500. I call it a wash. I wish you both good luck, especially you.
Let's see what the plaintiff has to say after coming out of here with nothing. There are tears in the eyes. What are you thinking?
I just feel very hurt that this is a situation that happened. I feel like I did something out of the kindness of my heart, and I'm not being repaid. And it is a true judgment of character, and I will make sure not to find anyone like this gentleman ever again.
Why do you say you have no ill will toward him after all this? How can that be?
Because I just don't. I'm a kind person, and clearly it bit me in the behind this time, but I'm sure karma will come
You sure
back
you don't
around.
still have leftover feelings for him?
No, I don't like being used and taken advantage of, and that's how I feel. But I wish them nothing but the best.
Oh, good. Right this way.
Ma'am, right this way.
All right, so what's going through your mind as you come out here?
Nothing, just,
Were you embarrassed by any of the stories she told about you?
No, not at all. I mean, we all make mistakes, and as long as you learn from them, there's nothing you can really do about it.
Mm-hmm. What do you have that you found so irresistible?
Maybe
I should ask you that question. What has he got that is so irresistible?
He's a great man, and I'll take the risk to be with him.
Mm-hmm. How about the way he treated her?
That has nothing to do with me. It's not my business.
Harvey?
This is pretty simple. When you act desperate in a relationship, like you're buying that person's love, the judge will almost certainly call it a gift. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. Have you guys heard about ChatGPT work? It's the new way to use ChatGPT for bigger multi-step projects. And when you need more than just answers, give ChatGPT work access to your apps and files, and it can create real work documents like spreadsheets, slides, and structured reports. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.
Late night bites with friends? Already hard to beat. That first too hot bite of fries you couldn't wait for, followed by ice cold Pepsi. Now that hits different. Suddenly, the energy kicks back in, the night goes longer, and the laughs don't stop. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
This is the plaintiff, Rodnisha Thomas. She says the defendant, her aunt, sold her 1998 Honda Accord, and it's been one huge mess ever since. First, the defendant wanted the radio back from the car. When she refused, she took the lug nuts off one of the tires and let the air out. Bottom line, the car's a piece of junk and she wants her money back. So she's suing for the $1,523.75 she's owed. This is the defendant, Nikita Wilson. She says she doesn't owe the plaintiff a penny because a deal is a deal. Besides, she drove the thing around for 3 weeks, and who knows how she treated it. Bottom line, this was an as-is sale, and family or no family, she owes nothing. She's accused of nickel and diming her niece.
Rodnisha Thomas,
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
suing Nikita Wilson, your aunt, for $1,523.75, $1,000 that you paid her for a car that she has, I guess, repossessed, and the amount you paid for repairs to that car. Tell me what happened.
Well, I got a car from my aunt on February 27th of
How
this
did
year.
you get the car from your aunt?
We met up and I gave her $1,000 so that
You bought the car from her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you still owed money on the car to the bank.
Correct.
Okay, so how do you sell a car that you, for $1,000 that you owe how much to the bank on?
Okay, it was 25, and actually I was selling it.
2.5 times
Look.
what she paid you.
Look,
How are you going to provide title to her?
I was actually selling it for $2,200, and I was going to pay the last 2 payments because it only left like $300. I was going to make that last payment. So,
Okay, so you were selling the car to her for how much?
22.
What kind of car is this?
98 Honda Accord.
What is it?
98.
98,
99.
99 Honda Accord.
Oh, 99.
And what happens? Were you
And-
too close before this?
Yes.
Very close?
Yes.
Like you saw each other how often?
I would come. She was getting a puppy from me. I would come
Yeah.
see my nephew. I helped her in the situation when her and her mama was going through all this. Whenever she needed me, I'm there. Phone call. Auntie, can I hold your car? Auntie, can I do this? Auntie, all that. Yep.
No, this is sad. Spend holidays together?
I don't spend holidays because I don't like her mom. I don't go around her.
That's your sister?
That's my sister. I
But
can't.
since when?
I stopped doing holidays a way longer time, 5-6 years ago.
But were you still spending time with her?
I still spend time with the kids, just not the mother. I go periodically to see the mom. It's just, we just have a really estranged relationship.
Okay. All right, so now you're buying the car. You have the car for how long before there's a problem?
Oh, well, I knew when I got it that there was a problem with the oil pump because
Okay.
it was leaking oil.
Okay.
So I had got that fixed.
Okay.
And then,
And you actually spent $523.75, is it?
yes, ma'am,
In the how long that you had it?
3 weeks.
Okay. And then what happened at the end of the 3 weeks?
She took the car.
Why did she take the car?
She said I was trying to sell the car behind her back, and I was just trying to get her out of a car, or.
Were you trying to sell the car?
Well, after that, I was going to try to sell it.
Right. Why is everybody selling cars they don't own?
Well, I wasn't going to sell it. I was like, because I was going to have it paid off because I was like, I can't keep affording to get it repaired. Like, I want to spend my
But
money
you
on.
haven't even finished paying for it, and she
Yeah.
hasn't even finished paying for it. So who are you going to sell it to? You don't even have a title.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Everybody cares
Okay.
about money
No.
this second.
No.
Nobody's
I
a
really-
planner. Nobody cares about what we're going to do next month. Just give me the money this month because I got bills this month.
I had a plan.
What was
she
your
knew
plan? I'm
everything.
dying to hear your plan.
I didn't end up getting the car back till 3 weeks later after she went and tried to sell it. She went to the dealer. I told them, when I talked to them, they said, okay, I said, she wants to pay off the balance. He said, I pay it off for $1,800. I said, once she gets there, you go ahead, give her the title once she pay you the balance off. then I'm good with it. I'll sign it when she bring it to me. I never heard anything else. So it was a week and a half later, I'm calling her, well, Rodnisha, what happened? What happened to the situation? I never heard anything else from the dealer. I never heard anything else from you. She was like, well, I'm about to be evicted. I got this and I got that.
Say that.
No, yes, you did. You say he's about to be evicted because your landlord said that you didn't do something.
My landlord went to jail.
What I want to know is
So when
how
she
did you
said
get
that
the car back?
I had my insurance company tow it because
So you would
so I
possess
wouldn't
the car.
be running around.
But why? What was it that made you feel like you didn't want to help her or be? What was it?
I was scared she gonna disappear on me.
So then you go in the middle of the night and go tow it?
No,
Middle of the
daytime.
day?
And I had the police because they put a trespassing warrant on me saying that I was causing all kinds of drama, but I was the one getting the text message threats and.
Why were you getting threats?
Oh,
Because why were you getting threats?
I was getting threats from her boyfriend and her mother saying that I'm stealing from her. And I'm like, how am I stealing from her?
This is when she still has the car?
Yes, and she still has the car. I'm like, how am I
And
stealing
they're what?
from her?
Because they're unhappy because there's too many problems with the car?
Yeah,
Is that
well,
what
she
they're
came-
saying? Is that what they're saying?
I don't know
You
what
read
they-
the text. Is that what they're
I
saying?
don't know what they're
All right,
saying.
why
They
don't you
was
tell me? What was the
tripping.
Well,
displeasure?
she came to my house like 3 times. Like, she'll ride by, and like some days when I'll be at work or when I'm home, she'll just ride by and like to make sure the car's still there. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, she knows where I work at and she knows where I stay. So like they told her, she was like, the first night she came with the police, they told her that I agreed. I said, I just give you the $1,000 if you just come with the money tonight and you can have your car. So she didn't come.
Wait, who said what? That she was going to give you back $1,000 and you were just going to return the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she didn't come with the money because she said she didn't have it.
Did you ever have an intent to give her back the $1,000?
I did, up until
What
her
happened?
mom tried to run me down with a car.
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got harassed, literally.
Wait. What happened?
Would you buy a used car from a relative?
Yes, I would. Already did once with my dad. I bought his car. So
And it worked out okay?
it worked for a year, yeah.
Okay, but if it doesn't work, it could really screw up the relationship.
No, I would not.
You would not do it?
I would not.
Okay, so you're going to be the tiebreaker.
Depends on the relative.
Somebody you don't really care that much about, you'll buy the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
After I went and had the car towed, because she knew she was getting evicted, and I know my sister and her kids, they will absolutely dip on me, and I'll be running around trying to figure out where this car is that I still owe money on. So when the car was towed, she came to my house. My sister came to my house, sat in front of the man towing the car, blowing the horn. You a thief, you a hoe, your boyfriend this, your boyfriend
Who did
that.
that, your sister?
Yes, just all this.
But why are you taking that out on her?
I ain't taking it out on her.
Well, I'm saying if there was a point in time where you were going to return her money to her, and she's a separate person from your sister, what made you change your mind? And your answer is, well, because her mother did a bunch of bad stuff, and her boyfriend
called me on the phone and said he didn't want me. I didn't want him to have to get involved.
Whose boyfriend?
Hers.
Her boyfriend. Oh my Lord. Let's talk about this. You say that because of these decisions, you're out $1,500 some odd dollars.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. You paid $1,000 expecting that you were going to get a car. You didn't get a car because what? Because you had to make a bunch of repairs and then you didn't trust her and all the other craziness. But when you buy a used car, you buy the car as is. You can't complain that it's costing you too much. That's the kind of thing where you need to take it to a mechanic and find out, is this car worth $2,100 that I'm paying for it? But you're out $1,000 and then she takes the car back. So you want all your money back so that there's no detriment to you. That's not going to happen. You end up with $1,000 in your pocket and no further obligation over at the dealership because you turned in the car. That's not going to happen either. And you get to use a car for 3 weeks, and under your scenario, pay $0 for the use of the car for 3 weeks. That's not going to stay that way either. So what part is this, Douglas?
Time for a little rough justice.
A little
Your
rough justice. Little rough justice. This is where I try to separate the rice and the mango. This is where I try to come up with a figure that I feel is appropriate, taking all those little things I think are unfair into account. And I am going to order you to pay back $750 to the plaintiff. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, the defendant comes out first. She's the aunt of the plaintiff. Come on in here. I mean, what's it like to be sued by your niece?
That's funny.
Funny? Why?
It's just.
How does it come to that in her family?
My family crazy. They like drama. So hey,
Yeah.
that's it.
Is this how it goes in your family all
That's
the
how
time?
it goes in my family all the
You
time.
suing each other all the time?
Not suing each other, but drama.
And so what about this verdict here?
I'm fine with it. I'm happy it's situated, and I hope she have a blessed life and leave me alone.
Okay. All right, so step on in here. Is your family crazy, like she said?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on here? Really?
Yep.
What's
They're crazy themselves.
What's it feel like to have to come into court and sue your aunt?
It sucks.
Harvey?
You know, this notion of rough justice is peculiar to small claims court. In courts where there's a lot more money at stake, in courts we call the general jurisdiction courts, there you have to prove damages to the cent or else you don't get the dough. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case are the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. Have you guys heard about ChatGPT work? It's the new way to use ChatGPT for bigger multi-step projects. And when you need more than just answers, give ChatGPT work access to your apps and files, and it can create real work documents like spreadsheets, slides, and structured reports. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.
This is the plaintiff, Gary Augustine. He says he rented an apartment to the defendant, and her various boyfriends and their 3 dogs and things went from bad to worse. The defendant stopped paying rent, and when he got her out of the place, he couldn't believe how much damage there was. Now he needs to fix the place up, and it's going to cost more than her security. So he's suing for the $3,425 he's owed. This is the defendant, Caitlin Schumann. She says she did a little snooping around when the plaintiff tried to get her out and discovered he wanted to give the place to a family member. She also found out the apartment was illegal. The guy had no right to collect rent from her. He's being ridiculous taking her to court today, and she's not giving him another dime. She's accused of being a rotten renter.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas. Gary Augustine, you are suing your former tenant, Caitlin Schumann, is that correct? For $3,425 in back rent and damages and eviction fees that you say she owes you. Tell me what's going on.
Well, when I rented the apartment to Caitlin and a boyfriend initially back in...
Is this the boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
July 2009.
Who's this?
My current boyfriend.
Oh, I was going to say, does the boyfriend know he's here? But I guess, all right, go ahead.
She was allowed to have 1 dog at the time. And what happened was after approximately a year, she had problems with her boyfriend and told him to leave. And then things got worse when the new boyfriend came in, and he brought a dog, and nobody asked for permission for a second dog.
Okay.
And being a nice guy, I figured, well, I'm not going to make waves. And sometimes it doesn't pay.
Now, this is your home?
Yes.
So you live there as well?
Yes.
And this is what kind of place are you renting out? Like what part of the home? How is it?
I'm on the 1st floor, and there's an apartment on the 2nd floor.
Okay, so go on.
So a 3rd dog came into the picture, which was not supposed to be permanent. It wasn't going to be long-term the way I understood it.
Okay.
So then when I got married last year around July.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my new wife, she has a problem with allergies, so the dogs were bothering her a little bit, and then we decided we might want to have a family member move in.
Okay.
So
That's probably really what it is. They wanted a family member to move in. But these folks were on a month-to-month anyway, right?
Yes.
All right, so you ask her to leave for when?
Well, mid-September, I explained the situation, and I just asked how long it might take them to find another place. I didn't say there's a deadline. I didn't give an ultimatum or anything. And
you didn't say you have 30 days.
No, I didn't. And then she said that they were thinking of renting a house, but it wouldn't be for a few months. And that was the last thing I heard. The following month, when I didn't get the rent, and then they asked for it, she told me I had to talk to her boyfriend. And that's when he told me he just got threatening. He told me that they weren't going to pay any rent because he said the apartment wasn't legal, and he was going to report me to the town if I didn't, let them stay there and not pay rent. So I didn't want to be intimidated, so I started an eviction process.
All right. Come on up. First of all, Caitlin, did you tell him to speak to your boyfriend?
I did.
Why? He's not the
Because-
guy you rented to. You're the person he rented to.
Because Gary, on multiple occasions, would corner me and make me feel uncomfortable. So I
How?
wasn't comfortable talking to him.
Corner you how? You mean in terms of bully?
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
pretty much.
So you tell him to talk to him, and then you say what?
When he approached me, I said, it's gonna, you can't just tell people that they have to move. It's not the right thing to do. B, we have to
What
save
planet
money.
are you living in?
What's that?
Of course you can tell people they have to move.
Well, not in that given situation, because he had walked up to her and approached her and said, you guys have to leave. My new wife's family members would like to live here.
That's right. And he can absolutely
Well-
do that because he owns it. You do not. There is
Right.
nothing wrong with what he did. Now, the question is, how long does he have to give you? By law, your only rights are to have 30 days. Apparently, he was giving you 3 months.
No, he wasn't giving us anything.
He wasn't giving you, well,
No.
he has to give you 30
I
days.
said
You don't
to
have to
him,
move. You
I
have
said,
your 30
for us
days.
to leave, I have to be able to save up money.
Yeah, but if
I
it
said
takes you
that's the
longer
only
than
way it
30 days to
works.
save up money, that's your problem. It's not his.
Okay.
You understand that,
Yes,
right?
ma'am, absolutely.
You didn't understand that at that moment, but
No,
you
I understood it then too. Trust
So-
me. But at the same time, he had been bullying her, harassing her, cornering
How was
her
he
in her
bullying her,
vehicle.
cornering her, harassing
Okay, for example, she was on her way to work one morning. He stood in front of her car.
Okay, and?
Then as she rolled the window down and asked him to move, he proceeded to walk over to the window and got in her face
And what is
while she was sitting in the vehicle.
What has gotten-
Leaned into the car while she was sitting in the vehicle
In
and
order
began
to
yelling
say
at
what?
her, calling her a lowlife,
Okay,
saying all
this is
kinds
all
of
after the
negative
fact.
things.
This is after you stop paying rent, because that's
No,
when-
this was all in the process of that week.
Why would he?
It was in that
okay,
one
but
week.
it was at. Hold on one second.
Previous to that, every rent was paid on time.
And there was never a problem.
There was
between
never a
everybody.
problem.
There became a problem.
I even helped him shovel
There became
snow,
a
all
problem
kinds of
when
things.
you got involved and
Where
told
was
him
I?
this place is illegal and we're not paying any more rent.
That wasn't exactly how it went down, but
How
okay.
did that go down exactly?
That went down exactly. He said, what's going on here? I don't understand. I said, we have to be able to save money. I said that I had no problem giving him rent money minus the utility of like the cable box and things we didn't need any longer. Because
Did
he
you
had
pay
given us the
rent or
cable
didn't
box. No, we stopped paying because
Okay,
of the
so
way
what's
the
the
situation
no? I have
was
no
appropriated.
problem doing it, but I'm still not going to do it. What does that mean? You didn't pay rent.
Because of the way he approached me on it. He basically got belligerent with me, and I turned around and said, you know what?
Do you think
I'm just
that's a
not gonna do
legal
anything.
excuse to live rent free?
What's that?
You heard me. Do you think that you finding someone to be belligerent is a legal excuse to live rent free? Can the rest
No.
of us use that?
No, absolutely not. But
Just you
harassment isn't
can.
either. No, my family owns tenant houses.
But your family does not own tenants.
No, they own tenant houses.
He doesn't own her, and
So
your
I
family
do
does not own
understand the
tenants.
rules, and I'm a very appropriate
Tell
person.
me about, from the time that he tells you that, how many months are there that there's no rent paid?
3 months.
Okay, so, do you have a tongue?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to sit down a second, and I want you to start talking.
Okay. So in July of 2009, we signed a 6-month lease.
Please, you think I'm talking about that? I'm
Okay.
talking about when you decide, I want to know the discussion you have with your new boyfriend about what you're going to do about not paying rent in order to raise the money to move somewhere. I want to know about that.
I knew we would need the money to find a new place to move.
So you took his money?
Yes, under the
Theory that it's an illegal apartment.
Correct.
Okay, is it an illegal apartment?
No, because I have a
Do you
letter.
have something from
I
the
have a
city?
letter from the
Okay,
city.
so, no, stay where you are, Douglas.
Yes.
If it's in fact a legal apartment, then God knows you owe all that rent, right?
Well, I went to the town hall
and
when he asked us to leave, and they gave me copies of paperwork that says that it's a single family home, and I talked to a gentleman.
Okay, let me see what you've got, because he's got something that says it's a 2-family home.
Correct, but I'm kind of just questioning the date on that because I just talked to the town the other day and they said that since I moved out, they went to the residence and searched the property.
Well, it's easy enough to find out. Either there's a violation pending or there's not. So if
That
it's
he
easy enough to
fixed-
find out, I'll take a recess and find that
Yeah.
out. Okay, let's discuss the damages. According to you, they left $1,400 worth of damages. Is that correct?
Correct. Well, I have the pictures. One door was totally destroyed. And it was kicked in, or I don't know if there was an argument or a fight that was kicked in, and then
One what was totally destroyed?
One door. The panel was totally smashed.
Okay.
The center panel.
Okay.
And then I have 5 other doors with claw marks from the dogs.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes. This is.
What's your response to
That's
that?
all damaged.
There was damages to the doors. We bought supplies to fix the doors. We bought the sandpaper and the stain and everything that we would need to fix them. But then as soon as everything pretty much went sour, we didn't take the time to do it.
Okay, well, then you know that's going to come out of your security deposit, right? Your dogs really did do a number on the doors. Court's in recess. I want to make sure that you have the right to rent that place out.
All rise.
So if a landlord harasses a tenant to pay rent, is that a justification for the tenant not to pay rent?
No, I don't think so.
But if he's like, the landlord's on your case, just really annoying you, going over the line, any justification for saying, hey, I'm not going to pay you because of what you did?
I mean, if you got starving kids or something, maybe the landlord.
Starving kids have nothing to do with harassment.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. But, it's America. You got to pay your bills, right?
It's America, you got to pay your bills. That is the motto going inside the courtroom.
Let's talk about the damages to the place. I do not find that the amount that he is asking is unreasonable based on the damages that I'm looking at to these doors. This is rather extensive. So that I'm going to award. And now the last remaining issue is rent. Your documentation is incorrect. They actually did a full research on this topic because he went in there and he said, look, I've got court and this is the problem, and et cetera, et cetera. They checked the records back to the relevant time, and it's two family from back. That was just an error that was in there. So that means that you would owe the rent. Therefore, I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $3,190. That's my verdict.
So the defendant takes it on the chin here and comes out into the hallway on the losing end of this case. What's your reaction to this verdict?
It is what it is, I guess.
What is it?
Well, we lost, but that's fine. I was based my judgment on the documents that I received from the town.
All right.
And apparently they were incorrect.
Yeah. And what do you have to add to this situation?
Win, lose, or draw still makes the guy a terrible person. Doesn't make a difference. He's a horrible individual. End of story.
Okay, right around the corner there, your documents are waiting for you. All right, so come on out here. And what's your feeling on the outcome of this thing?
I'm glad justice has prevailed, and I refuse to be pushed around, intimidated by people, and because sometimes they take advantage of you if you treat them decently, and they turn around and stab me in the back. So.
Was it her or was it him?
Oh, I heard his comment. It sounded like the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Over to Harvey.
We hear so many of these excuses. I don't have the money. I'm going to pay it in a couple of months. When I get the money, the landlord's harassing me. The fact is, none of those are defenses. You owe the money, you owe the money.
This episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. Have you guys heard about ChatGPT work? It's the new way to use ChatGPT for bigger multi-step projects. And when you need more than just answers, give ChatGPT work access to your apps and files, and it can create real work documents like spreadsheets, slides, and structured reports. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.